Alright guys, what's up? Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. It's a little bit different. About a week ago I put it on my Instagram. For any of you guys that are friends with me on Instagram, ZachL617. If you guys want to see a ride and reel overview. Not too many people responded to it, but like hundreds of y'all actually saw it. But majority won, I think it was like 71% said yes, so here you go. I tried keeping it as minimal as possible. I think I only got like 15 rods to show off, but I'm gonna try and make it as quick as possible, and also explain, what each rod does and why I have them. All right, so first off, I'm gonna start out with my two ultralight setups, or my lighter fishing setups. One of them's a true ultralight. These are the rods I use for like perch fishing, trout fishing, creek fishing, that kind of stuff, because I do enjoy that stuff as well. The first one, which is the green rod, is a favorite rod. It's their Verdant series, or Verdant series, however you say that. It's a 6'6" medium light, and I haven't actually used it yet, but I felt it in my hand. I put line on it, and throw around some small like crappie jigs, perch jigs, that kind of stuff. You could probably actually get away with fishing like a drop shot on, or a wacky rig, even like a rooster tail as well. And that's a great little rod. Great if you got kids, and great for your ultralight fish. And then if you really want to get an ultralight, this is a Berkley Lightning Series rod, true ultralight. I think you can throw down to a 1/64 ounce lure on this. Caught a lot of perch on this setup this year, and that's just a little $15 Zebco reel. With some 4-pound test of line on it, I believe. I haven't actually used that rod in a couple of months because we're not perch fishing now. Sticking with the spinning rods, I do own more spinning rods as well, but they're for like cat fishing, rock fishing, that kind of stuff. This rod right here, if any of you guys have seen my channel, you know that I've used this rod, and this thing I've caught so many fish on: bass, snakeheads, rockfish, catfish, perch. Just so many different things. 7'2", medium power, medium fast action tip, 2000 series Pacific Sun reel on here, 15-pound braid, whatever leader you want. The rod is made by Six Gill Fishing. Highly recommend them. Go check them out. They run deals all year long throughout certain time frames. This rod retails, I think, for $119. And I picked up 2 of them for $100 on there using their deals. Fantastic rods, highly recommend them. Now getting into some of the bait casters. Like I said, these are in no specific order. They're gonna see a common theme. 7 foot to 7'4", medium heavy, fast action. Almost every single rod I own fits that description. 7 foot in length to 7'4" in length, medium heavy power, and fast action. So let's just start out with one that fits that bill. Okay, so this is a 7'4" Johnny Morris Carbon Light 2.0 Bass Pro Shops Johnny Morris, medium heavy action, extra fast action tip. This rod right here is amazing. I've had it for a few months. I've caught a lot of fish on it, and it's amazing. Like I said, you can throw chatterbaits, swim baits, spinner baits, top water, jigs, Texas rigs, deep diving crankbaits, pretty much frogs. You can throw anything on this rod, and it can withstand it. And right now, all I have on there is a weightless fluke. I don't know if you can see that. Right now, all I have on there is a weightless fluke, and it launches it. I have that paired with see if I can put this around a little bit. The ceiling is terrible. I apologize for the lighting. Have that paired with a Abu Garcia Revo X 7:3 to 1 gear ratio reel, 20-pound test, 4 carbon line. That reel's amazing. Sticking with the 7'4" medium heavy theme. This is a 7'4" medium heavy, fast action, favorite Defender Series rod. This thing's awesome. Same thing as the other rod. As you see right there, that is just a little 3/8 of an ounce finesse jig, and it'll bomb casts to 60 plus yards with ease. The thing I like about this rod a lot is it has these grippers down here. I love how the hook keepers right here, the micro guides on this are amazing, and the rod feels fantastic in your hand. Now, on here I have a Shimano SLX. Anybody that has this reel, it speaks for itself. I believe this is an 8:2 to 1 gear ratio or 8:3 to 1 gear ratio. Super fast, picks up a lot of line. The bearings on it are fantastic. The drag on it's fantastic. That rod is just stellar in my opinion. Next one out. And this setup's terrible, I'm so sorry. Probably should have planned this out a little bit better, but this is like the best place I had in my whole house to do this. You know, where it's quiet, a little bit more open, you know, away from everybody and whatnot. But anyway, back to the video. Daiwa Procaster series rod, 7 foot 3 inch, medium heavy fast action, Lew's Mach 2 speed spool, 7.5 to 1 gear ratio reel, 15-pound test fluorocarbon line. Another good rod for you know, swim jigs, shatter baits, swim baits. You can get away with throwing top water on this rod as well. You can also even throw weightless Senkos on this rod and flukes, you know, your weightless style baits, weightless trick worms. You know, I used this rod a lot last year, and I've used it a couple times this year. It's a really good rod, especially for under $100. I think I paid, I want to say it was like 80 or 90 bucks for a combo, this rod with a reel, and like I said, paid under $100 for it, and it's fantastic. Anybody that has a Lew's Mach 2 reel knows how great they are. If you don't, then you should get one. It's the best suggestion I have with that. Let me get this one here. This rod's also fantastic, and it's made by Favorite Fishing. 7 foot 2 inch, medium heavy, fast action, Favorite 6-stick. Now, if you notice, I don't have the 6-stick reel on there, and you'll figure out why here in a minute or two. I have another Mach 2 speed spool with some 50-pound test braid on there. I use this rod a lot for, you know, top water, you know, frogs, swim jigs, shatter baits, whopper ploppers, buzz baits, and I've only had good experiences with this rod. I haven't actually caught a fish on it yet, this exact setup, but I know when I go into, this is the right gear to, you know, be able to catch whatever hits the other end of the line and hits my lure. It'll absolutely throw a bait, you know, 75 yards easily. Sorry, you can hear my dog barking. Another, I think this is a 7 foot, yeah, 7 foot medium heavy fast action series rod. This is a Bass Pro Shops Pro Qualifier 2, and it, like I said, that Daiwa rod that I showed you earlier. This is the reel that comes with that rod. This is the Procaster 2 series reel. I didn't like the reel that came with this, so I went ahead and switched it out for another one that I already had. This reel is great too. I believe it's a 7, I want to say it's a 7.3 to 1 reel. Good drag on it. You know, it comes off the spool really easily. One issue I've had with it is that it seems to need a little bit more greasing than the other reels that I have do, but that's not a big problem. And you know, I've caught a lot of fish on this setup right here. Normally I like using this for, more close quarter stuff because it's a little bit shorter as opposed to being a 7'3" or 7'4" rod. It's only a 7 foot. I'm also like using this rod a lot on my kayak because it's not as big, it's not as heavy, so I'm able to really make flips and pitches and sidearm casts and stuff like that with it. And typically when I'm in a kayak, I like to I'm fishing right up on the cover because you can really sneak up on fish. And a shorter rod, in my opinion, at times is better than a longer one.
Let's go with this one.
Alright, so anybody that's seen my channel has seen me use this rod. 7 foot medium heavy skeet Reese. It actually says on here it's a spinnerbait and worm rod, is what it's rated for. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I've thrown drop shots with this, I've thrown weightless Senkos with this, I have a video where I'm fishing a Ned rig with this, casting 40-50 yards using a 1/8 ounce Ned rig. This rod is amazing. I think I paid like $35 for it at Dick's Sporting Goods, and this is a Abu Garcia Pro Max 7:1-to-1 gear ratio reel. 10 pounds head line. I know I need to re-spool that, but I've thrown crankbaits, swim baits, jerk baits, small spinner baits, top water lures on there, Ned rigs, drop shots. That rod is fantastic, and for only $40, it's a steal in my opinion, an absolute steal. All right, so this is a Lew's Xfinity speed stick. With a Lew's Xfinity, it's what's called an X-Fish Xfinity reel, 7.5-to-1 gear ratio, 6'10", medium heavy, moderate fast action. I have 30 pounds test braid on there. The reason why I'm running lower braid, a shorter rod, and then a different action on here is because I like to fish a fluke on here, weightless baits on here, baits that typically, I'm constantly reeling. Buzz baits, whopper ploppers, spooks, spinner baits, stuff like that. And I run a little bit lighter line to be able to cast out further. And, in my last video, you guys saw me catch a pretty decent snakehead on this rod. And it's great. I have nothing but great things to say about that rod. Now, the first time I did fish with it, I put 50 pound test braid on there. First cast, after setting it up and everything, I destroyed that spool of line. So, and then I was trying to figure out what was going on. I stepped down to a little bit lighter line, went from 50 pound braid to 30 pound braid. Haven't had a problem with it since. So I think that's that happy point of that rod for whatever reason. And then my last two rods, I'm going to break that tradition of 7 foot, medium heavy, fast action, all that. So I just picked up this rod, haven't spooled it up yet. Got a ridiculously good sale on it through Bass Pro Shop. This is a Lew's American Hero Speed Stick, 7 foot, medium power, fast action taper, and then a favorite 6.6 series reel. Came with the 6.6 rod before, but I wanted a little bit faster of a rod, or faster of a reel for that rod, knowing the application I was going to use it for. And so that's why I went ahead and put this reel on here. This is a 7.0-to-1 gear ratio reel, and I expect nothing but great things out of it. The rod and the reel, Favorite Fishing and Lew's Fishing and Abu Garcia make fantastic products. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm thinking, poppers, jerk baits, crankbaits, those kinds of things on this rod, and I'm very excited to use it. I also think it's going to be a good creek fishing rod as well, for to be able to throw those smaller plugs and whatnot on there. And then the last rod I'm going to show you guys, like I said, I do have more, but I'm not going to go over them, this is a little bit more of a specific rod. This is a Duckett Silverado It is their crankbait series rod. It is specifically designed for crankbaits. So, you know, obviously that's why I say crankbait on here. This is the Man's Baby -1. Square bills, anywhere from 0 to 15-foot divers on here. Jerk baits on here, suspending, floating, you know, lipless crankbaits and rattle traps on here. Fantastic. I used this rod all last fall, well, late fall. I used it all winter long. I've used it in the spring. I haven't brought it back out in a while since the water's really warmed up here, and here in Maryland. And, you know, I'm waiting for that water to cool down so that I can start beating and banging this thing again in the fall once that water hits below 70 degrees, because that rod right there, I'm so happy I purchased with that reel. That reel is a, hold on, I'll show it again. I have to go over it. It's an Abu Garcia Revo S, 7:3-to-1 gear ratio, which, yes, is fast for a crankbait rod, but just doing the smallest turn of it, it just moves that bait perfectly side to side in the water. And then when I need to catch up to the fish, if you know, he hits it and runs with it, or, you know, or whatever, it's got enough, you know, behind it to where when you start cranking down, it's gonna pick up that line super fast. And I have that with 12-pound fluorocarbon on there. So yeah, that's like, you know, like I said, I think that's like 13 or 15 of my rods that I use, you know, bass fishing, snakehead fishing, and then ultralight and creek fishing, you know, perch, smallmouth bass in the creeks, and trapping. And you know, I'm sorry this wasn't a true, actual, you know, fishing video. We are in the beginning stages of like the dog days of summer here in Maryland. There's places around here where the water's already at 90 degrees. And anybody that's fishing that water knows it can be extremely tough. The water heated up super fast here right now. You know, it's like it went from 70 degrees one week to 90 the next. And we are, you know, in the 90+ degree temperature days consistently every single day right now. And the fishing is getting tough. Complement that along with, you know, just life and work and other things that have to be done besides fishing that I wish sometimes I didn't have to take care of, but I do. And, you know, it's been tough right now to get on a bite. I don't think I've caught a bass in like 3 weeks. Now, I've caught some other fish, you know, in between here and there. Or there and now. Yeah, there and now. But, you know, it's been tough. Now, I'm hoping this weekend I get on a good bite. Might even try a night fishing video. Don't really know how that's going to work with the GoPro, but, you know, thinking about trying that out. And then, you know, I've been doing some cat fishing and stuff like that, so maybe I'll do a video on that. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Comment, and I will talk, you know, I'll communicate with you guys. Reach out to me on Instagram, ZachL617. You know, let me know what you think about my rod. Let me know if you have an idea, you know, or if you're looking to, you purchase a rod and don't know. I mean, I have people comment or ask me all the time, hey man, I'm thinking about, you know, getting a rod, what should I get? And I give them an idea, you know. Now, the thing you'll notice about those rods is, yes, some of them are more expensive than others. Some of them are under $100 for the whole setup, some of them are under $50 for the whole setup, where other ones are more than that. But as you see there, you know, I'm not running Shimano Dorado DCs on every rod, St. Croix and G Loomis, and, you know, all those expensive rod and reel brands, because, you know, I found, in my opinion, that I can do just as much with a $100 setup or a $50 setup as those guys can do with a $200 setup, a $300 setup, or $400, or God forbid, $500 setup. You know, I don't need to go have that stuff just to be able to go out and catch a bass or a fish. And, but, you know, like I said, I've given away or I've gotten rid of a lot of my rods, especially since I've moved. You know, because these things take up a lot of space, and you complement that with all my gear. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day once I organize it. And you know, it's a habit, but it's a risk we're all willing to take just to go out and catch one more fish. At least I am. You know, within reason. And I pick up a lot of my stuff on discount, clearance, looking at deals. You know, when I go into Walmart, Bass Pro Shop, you know, look at Tackle Warehouse online. You know, local bait and tackle shops are a great place to find discounted lures. You know, I'm looking at what's on sale, and I'm comparing, you know, a $3 pack of soft plastics to a $5 or $6 or $8 or $10 pack of soft plastics. You know, because do I really need a $10 one when all I'm going to do is catch a fish on it and it's going to shake right off? Like what? Like what's the difference? Now sometimes you do, in my opinion, you know, it pays to get that expensive one. But anyway, you know, it may look like I have a lot of stuff here, which I do, but you know, I do try and watch the deals, and I don't go out and blow all of my money on it either. You know, if I'm a regular guy, and you know, this stuff does get expensive. So anyway, that's enough of me ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe next time you actually see me fishing. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys.